So you've likely heard news of the brand new LEGO Ideas Cat, a set that took the original 2024's Black Tuxedo Cat's color scheme and has swapped it for medium nougat instead. But this is certainly not the first time LEGO has tried this out, as there's similar examples across a variety of themes, and the practice only seems to be getting more and more common as time goes on. The Technic Cherry Picker is another example of a recolored orange, and there's no denying that the newer set catches the eye a bit more with its cleaner look. Creator 3-in-1 Mighty Dinosaurs lives up to the theme's name with no less than 3 different colors existing of the same exact set. If we dig even deeper though, we'll find some truly interesting offerings, and some of them can be quite difficult to find. Perhaps the rarest of all recolored sets is this one right here. This is the LEGO Masters logo set, but there actually is a colored version of this. These were given out to some, but not all LEGO Masters contestants. I got the gray version here when I went on the Christmas special back in, what was that, 2023? But I didn't get anything the first time around for season 2. The brick set also says that you could obtain the colored version at Comic-Con in 2023. Both just use this generic Insider's Point packaging thing, which is a little bit underwhelming. It's just the instruction booklet that you're seeing here in the front. But around the back you can see that mine is indeed numbered 467 out of 500, making this a very, very limited release. Though it is not all that desirable of a set, especially the black and white version, which is just baffling to me. I'm glad it exists because it makes my specific copy of the set all the rarer and more interesting, I guess. And it does seem that the gray one is more rare because there are no current listings on Bricklink, no 6-month sales history, and not so much as even an inventory for the set. But sorry, I'm not cracking it open to find out what's inside. It's not too hard to guess. And speaking of rare recolors, there's the retail exclusive Bionicle recolor of Jetrax T6. The gold Jetrax was likely a limited Toys R Us exclusive, making it quite a bit pricier to find on the aftermarket. But today, there's another Toys R Us exclusive recolor I want to focus on. We're headed back to LEGO City in 2010, and it really was a good year for the theme. More than ever before, City was focusing on the needs of civilians rather than reintroducing, say, another wave of police sets. Don't worry though, there's definitely still a new line of firefighters to be found here. To give you a taste of some of the sets that were coming out, the public transportation station is certainly a set that would go just as hard today. Another release that year, the City House, represents the first regular civilian home that appeared in LEGO City. There were some great utility vehicles too, like the repair truck and an Octon tanker, and my favorite city set of the year, Pig Farm and Tractor, was just a perfect slice of Midwestern life. And on top of that, it's kind of just a great pig battle pack. And amongst all these rather fantastic sets is still yet quite the standout, the very meta LEGO truck. It's not too difficult to see the appeal here. What kid wouldn't want this in their own LEGO city? And AFOLs obviously go nuts for this stuff. Leave off the LEGO stickers and you could use this as a regular semi to haul anything you want. Henrik Anderson, a longtime designer for the LEGO Group, was tasked with bringing this particular set to life. Star Wars fans will be well acquainted with his work. His first ever set was the original 1998 UCS X-Wing fighter, and he's been working on Star Wars sets ever since, like the UCS B-Wing, UCS Imperial Star Destroyer, UCS TIE Interceptor, and even the UCS AT-AT. During the middle of his career though, it would seem he had a great deal of involvement within LEGO City. He had this to say about designing the LEGO truck. This assignment was given to me in the afternoon, and during my sleep the following night, I woke up with most of the design in my head. The following morning, it was built and ready. Let's take a closer look at the LEGO City truck. This is a really fun set, and surprisingly not all that expensive to pick up. This cost me $25 used on Bricklink, which is actually less than what it originally retailed for, and all the stickers were in great condition. It was awesome. Compare that to the brand new LEGO City truck that is still on the market for $100. Yes, it's definitely bigger and probably cooler too. It's all prints on here, which is fantastic. But you could get 4 of these trucks for the price of these, potentially, if you do your shopping right. The set comes with 2 minifigures, and you probably noticed it too, a bunch of boxed LEGO sets. These are all sticker applications, but these are so cool to have as part of your LEGO City, and to stock shelves with actual LEGO sets. And I don't want to get too far derailed here in this already rabbit hole of a video, but these are indeed city sets that were available at the time. The first one is the off-road fire truck. This reminds me a lot lot of the Coast Guard 4WD. It's just jam-packed with accessories at that wonderful $10 price tag. Where I live, I actually see a fire pickup truck not dissimilar from this model quite frequently. In a world where LEGO City fire trucks can be quite absurd, the touch of realism is a welcome change. The real fun here though is in the truck's elaborate trailer, which is packed with all the tools of the trade. You've got more than enough equipment to completely kit out the firefighter to tackle any situation. And to make this figure even better, he comes with a silver helmet, a luxury usually reserved for more expensive sets. The second set is going to be the classic police car. Ironically, a set that was recolored itself. There are two versions of this set with different sticker sheets. One is black for the earliest waves of LEGO City in 2005 and 2006, and then when they switched things over to white and blue, the sticker sheet was swapped for blue instead. And it's that blue color scheme that is depicted here. And then the last set, of course, is the LEGO truck set itself, which I think is really, really fun. You get 3 of each set, so 9 stickers altogether. Probably a pain to place, but I think well worth the effort. The truck itself is really simple, especially the trailer. There's nothing in it, but you've got doors on the back and the sides. You can take off the top, doesn't come off that cleanly as you can see, and there's just a ton of space inside as you would expect. And you are able to prop the trailer up here with this hinged element there, so it can stand on its own just like that. The cab is far more interesting. It's quite long actually, and that's because there's a lot of interior detail. You can lift up the roof, and on the inside you've got room for the driver to sit there. He's got coffee on the side, and he's even got a bed with a TV screen on the back. That's the only printed piece in the set. It's one of those classic computer monitors. Another fun detail here are the license plates, which are the initials of the designer, Henrik Anderson, followed by the set number. And you'll find that sticker repeated on the front and the back of the cab, and then on the back of the trailer as well. This actually wasn't LEGO's first LEGO branded truck though, as they even released one as early as 1972, well before minifigures were even invented. This small 1997 version though has always been one of my favorite LEGO vehicles. It's absolutely kitted out in chrome pieces, almost excessively so, but it looks glorious. I remember this being offered as a gift with purchase back in 2004 in one of my earliest LEGO catalogs. Interestingly enough, in 1998, it was also recolored as a Legoland California truck. I had never even seen this model before researching for this video. Ever since then, LEGO trucks have occasionally popped up in the city line, like this small delivery truck introduced in 2015 City Square. Then there's the big semi from 2024, and this year we've got a new delivery van, which reminds me a lot of the DHL vans that are constantly dropping LEGO off at my house. LEGO trucks have also been popular subject matter of the Inside Tour, with both the 2013 and 2016 tours handing out extremely rare LEGO trucks to the lucky participants. Unless you are insane enough to buy one of these, I think it's safe to say that us mortals won't so much as lay eyes on these beauties in real life. They go for a proper fortune. Oh, and so that I'm not accused of forgetting it, I feel obligated to mention the little promo truck they did in 22, but let's face it, it's pretty forgettable. Going back to where we started though, the LEGO truck did indeed find itself re-released and recolored that same year in 2010, once again as a retailer exclusive, and I think you'll be able to guess which retailer pretty easily. Introducing the Toys R Us truck, a brick-for-brick recolor of the LEGO truck. This set was pretty incredible for its time because no matter what your opinions are on the store now, Toys R Us was something of a dream world for a kid. It was the only store, at least here in the States, that consistently stocked every single LEGO product at any given time. And it was glorious to look at. But boy, you paid for that luxury dearly because Toys R Us had a very nasty habit of marking everything up 10 to 20% for no discernible reason. But as someone growing up in a state without a LEGO store, Toys R Us was my LEGO store. So it's cool to actually get the physical building tacked on to the set. When it comes to the truck, it is just a brick for brick recolor of the LEGO truck. In fact, it goes so far as to have the same sticker placement as the old truck, just of course with the Toys R Us logo instead. You'll see that on the sides of the truck, the top of the cab, and the back doors. All the techniques are the same, the internals are the same, everything is the same. This is a recolor in its purest form. But you do get the bonus, of course, of the store. The store is nothing too insane, but there is some fun stuff going on the inside. Henrik Anderson said this was actually the first LEGO City set to include weapons in it, which is an interesting concept because you get some toy weapons here in that barrel. The wall behind the register is indeed adorned with more LEGO sets, and surprisingly, these are slightly different from what we saw in the LEGO truck. There's only 3 sets this time around. 2 are the off-road fire truck that we looked at earlier, and then you've also got a police motorcycle. Much like the police car featured in the LEGO truck, this was another set that received a sticker swap, a recolor within a recolor. I just love the layers here. And so yes, there are 2 versions of the set floating out there. This set gives you 1 bonus minifigure for 3 altogether, and you also get this Belleville bear. And I believe that makes this the only appearance of this part outside of a Scala or Belleville set. It's meant to be like a giant plushie here. So there you go, that's a little taste of the world of LEGO recolors. This has always been one of my favorite instances of LEGO repurposing a model, and I'm surprised, quite frankly, that they haven't done it more often. Recoloring sets is a pretty modern innovation at the LEGO group. Though I would love to hear if you know of any other examples, especially if you know of anything before the year 2000 of LEGO recoloring and re-releasing their sets under a different set number. I think it'd be really interesting to see what LEGO has done like that in the past, if anything at all. But anyway, that's all I've got for this time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have yourself a fantastic life.